Sitting down here? Yep. Alright. We good? Okay, before we get started, I want to make one thing very clear. At SuperClash 3, no matter who the winner was, I was going to come out and confront them. And to be honest, I kind of thought it was going to be Rocky and the family that was going to greet me out there. But it wasn't. It was Matt Hayter. And see, in that moment, it dawned on me how poetic it was, how beautiful it was. And I don't mean because the fairy tale story of David versus Goliath and finally overthrowing the champ of the 666 days. Yeah? It was more so because of that relationship that Matt Hayter and I have. See, little's known to the public about that relationship, and let me just kind of bring you up to speed and catch you up a bit. Like, when I was first getting into the business and I was paying my dues and getting beat up night after night after night, Matt Hayter was sitting at home playing video games, only dreaming of being a wrestler one day. Years go by, Matt Hayter finally becomes old enough to come to a wrestling tryout. At that point, Mike Boomer is putting on 5-star matches, wrestling clinics, down at the academy training the next generation, dominating Australian wrestling. Time fast forwards, Matt Hayter's always kind of come up to me, and I know Hayter, you've always looked up to me. And I know you've always kind of tried to follow in my footsteps. And when it was time for Mike Boomer to move on to bigger and better challenges, it was you, Hayter. It was you that said to Mike Boomer, you said, I want to do what you did. I want everyone to know that I'm the best, just like Boomer did. And I know that's going to hit you right here. See, I keep hearing, all these things about your accomplishments, and I keep hearing how good of a wrestler you are. And don't get me wrong, you've beaten the kings of the past. You've beaten the legends in Tyler Daniel. You've beaten Rocky Monero. And they keep telling me how you're the future of Australian wrestling. How everyone is looking to you to lead us into the future. But everyone's overlooking one thing, the now. And Mike Boomer, I am the now. Don't get me wrong, Matt, or should I say Matthew, look at me right now. I'm not trying to sell tickets. I'm not trying to sell merchandise. I'm letting you know now, this is your one opportunity to step out of my shadow. SuperClash 3, I confronted you, pointed you down and casted a shadow on your moment. And that's all you have, is one moment with that title. And in that moment, you realize how important this next match is. Maybe the most important match you've ever had. I'm not a tag team wrestler. I'm not a singles wrestler. I am a wrestler. Put me in a ring, I'm a dangerous man. There's no Zach Sabbath out there to protect me, and there's no Creed to protect you. This is a man facing a man for that championship. Do you understand? Do you see my eyes? There's a lot of things I am in this world, but I'm not a liar. And you now know, King of the Mountain. It ain't a mountain, kid. It's a cliffside. And you're looking down at the big fall that's ahead of you. All it takes is one push, and it's all gone. First time ever, Mike Boomer, Matt Hayter. I'm that push, kid. And your moment, it's over.